tonight, the lack of rain is putting local farmers in a tough spot as they try to keep their cattle fed. And that struggle is also being felt at local golf courses, where they've been using more than 40,000 gallons of water each night to try and keep the greens. And later, a court ruled today on an important polymet permit. We'll have the details later on in the show.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke. Thanks for joining us. Drought conditions are leaving the grass dry and cattle hungry. Northland farmers are facing many challenges this summer due to the lack of rain. CBS3's Emma Quinn shares what impacts they're facing and what agriculture officials fear for the future.
A rain shower Monday morning was a sign of hope for farmers in Hibbing.
Well, it's definitely going to help. It just may be too little, too late. I guess we'll find out.
Jason Hellstrom, fifth-generation owner of Hellstrom Farms, is facing new challenges as a drought hits the region. The dry conditions have left his field of more than 200 cattle hungry.
We have the mother cows. They have their babies. Raise them up to a certain point, and then just depending on the cattle markets, we figure out what's the most profitable way to sell them.
The drought has brought brown grass and a shortage of hay crop, leaving Minnesota Department of Agriculture experts concerned.
And they're having to make that tough decision whether or not to sell or cull some of their cattle.
Hellstrom says that could be in his future, too. It's a conversation he's just not used to, as typically he says he deals with too much rain and moisture. But this year has been a learning curve.
It's something we're just not used to. I think you head west of here in the Dakotas, they kind of know what to do in a drought situation. This is completely foreign to us.
If drought conditions continue next year, agriculture experts say Northland farmers could have more reason to worry.
This could be very damaging, and that's something that we've been talking about as an agency, that we need to build that moisture back into the soil.
The Department of Agriculture has made drought resources and grant opportunities available for farmers. You can find a link with more information on our website. And because of the dry weather, lakes, rivers, and streams in the region are facing record low water levels. According to the National Weather Service, water in the St. Louis River near Scanlon is at its lowest point in more than 100 years. The river level is now measuring just over 2 feet. The average is between 3 and 4 feet. Joe Moore, a meteorologist with the NWS office in Duluth, says this isn't just a new problem. He's blaming these historic low water levels on dry months dating back over the last year. Keeping your yard fresh and green in this drought is one thing. Maintaining a golf course is a whole other challenge. CBS3's Quinn Gorham spoke with some of the local golf courses about how they're overcoming the challenges posed by this dry weather.
Golf courses are supposed to be vibrant and green, beautiful places to play. But what happens when they go through a drought? Managers and owners say it becomes much harder to maintain them. Courses rely on irrigation systems to water their courses, but most of the time the grass is helped by natural precipitation. When those courses don't have rain to help, they need to use their own water to make up the difference. Tom Beaudry, the general manager of Nemaji Golf Course in Superior, says keeping up a course in these conditions isn't easy.
So to keep it sustained, we're using about 400,000 gallons a night is what goes out, and obviously we are purchasing our water, so that becomes, at the end of a dry cycle, fairly expensive.
Last year, Nemaji owners paid $35,000 to $40,000 in water expenses. While they don't have the numbers for this year just yet, Beaudry expects this year's price tag to be pretty similar. Managers and owners say that the financial burden isn't too heavy as long as people continue to play.
The dry conditions aren't necessarily a bad thing for all of the golf industry. We'll have more at 10 on why dry courses can actually be a good thing for golfers. Meanwhile, crews fighting wildfires on both sides of the border are paying close attention to this week's forecast. On the Minnesota side, the Delta Lake fire is burning about 62 acres in the Boundary Waters. As of now, it's about 10% contained. There are 7 fires burning on the Canadian side of the Quetico Wilderness. 3 of those have the potential of spreading across the border. And today, they're worried about the chance of lightning and gusty winds later this week. Dave is here for a first check of the weather. Dave, are we going to have some weather to help out those fire crews out there?
Maybe just a little bit.
All
The
right.
rain that came through today was more missed than hit, perhaps.
Sure.
But those who did get hit got some decent totals, and that's sure better than nothing. So that came from a line of showers and storms stirred up by the front behind a low-pressure system. Here it is approaching the canyon area just north of Duluth. Here, a nice shelf cloud over that town, leading to some rain for Minnesota so far. But there is a chance the rest of the region could get a little bit here tonight. There's that first low. It is over towards parts of Canada that aren't around here, so it's exiting, but its interconnecting frontal boundary could keep a chance going tonight, and that second low to the west just might bring another chance for rain by Wednesday. So for the short term, 40% chance at best tonight for a little more precip. Tomorrow, in between the lows, we get a break, 71 degrees and partial sunshine. Only 71, yeah, an easterly wind will take down the temperatures. How long will that last? I'll show you with the 7-day in a few more minutes.
Thanks, Dave. A murder investigation is underway after part of a missing man's body was found in Lake Superior. Richard Balsamo of St. Paul was reported missing last month. Authorities recently got a tip the 34-year-old's body had been cut up and dumped into Lake Superior near Grand Portage in far northeast Minnesota. It's also where state investigators and St. Louis County Sheriff's officials centered their search last Thursday. They found a bag containing a human torso with a gunshot wound on the shore. An ID card with Balsamo's name on it was in the pants pocket. They also found a bucket at the bottom of the water. Those items were sent to the medical examiner who ruled his death a homicide. A Duluth man, Robert West, has been charged with aiding an offender and interfering with a dead body. According to court documents, he admitted to police he helped another man dispose of Balsamo's body when he was out on a charter boat. Authorities have not identified the person responsible for Balsamo's murder or if they have been charged. They also haven't said what led up to the murder or if the people involved knew each other. We'll continue following this story and we'll bring you updates as they come in. The Duluth police officer who shot a man through a closed door won't be going to trial until next year. Tyler Liebfried faces 2 felony charges. That shooting happened at a downtown Duluth apartment in September of last year. Body camera video from the night shows Liebfried fired 6 shots through a closed door. A bullet struck Jared File in the shoulder. The St. Louis County Attorney charged Liebfried with intentional discharge that endangers safety and reckless discharge of a firearm. In a court appearance today, the judge set Liebfried's trial date for January 18th of next year. It's scheduled to take 4 days. A man is in jail tonight after allegedly stabbing 2 people at a Hayward bar. It happened just after 2 Saturday morning at the Moccasin Bar on UW Highway 63. Witnesses told police a fight broke out after the suspect was told to leave. He pulled out a knife and stabbed someone. He also stabbed someone else outside the bar. Both victims were taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The suspect was arrested the next afternoon and is expected to be charged with attempted murder. Duluth Police's mental health unit has a new identity. It's now called the Core Unit. Police say this change better represents their work as they integrate aspects of different co-responder models used across the country. The unit has been connecting people involved in police calls with the proper mental health resources since 2018. Those resources have caused a 31% drop in emergency calls from frequent callers. The Core Unit now has 6 people on staff. We are now taking a live look at Duluth City Hall. Tonight, the City Council has a number of hot ticket items on the agenda. The council is expected to weigh in on Mayor Emily Larson's plans for spending $58 million in federal COVID relief funding. That was tabled during their last meeting. Councilors will also approve a grant agreement for $235,000 for redeveloping the former St. Louis County Jail into mixed-income apartments. Also on the agenda tonight, rezoning land at the end of Vassar Road in the Upper Woodland neighborhood. The plan is to create space for up to 30 homes, but some community members are worried that could impact the nearby Amity Creek watershed and decrease green space. The meeting is set for 7 o'clock tonight. You can find a link of where to watch it on our website, and we'll have the latest from the discussion tonight at 10. Duluth's mayor joined a group of Minnesota leaders urging the state's congressional delegation to support the infrastructure deal working its way through Washington. Mayor Emily Larson, along with other mayors and business leaders, discussed the $1.2 trillion bipartisan plan. It would invest in roads, bridges, and public transit over the next 8 years. In Duluth, the mayor would like to see money for port and highway improvements. She says the plan will benefit communities across the state.
A pothole, broadband, these are not Republican or Democrat issues. These are not about whether you're in the majority or the minority. These are the everyday things that make life possible for people across the country.
Larson also touted the bill's efforts to address climate change. She says Duluth's infrastructure has already seen significant impact from the changing climate, and the city needs to prepare more for it. The Biden administration made the deal with a bipartisan group of senators. Neither the U.S. House or Senate has voted on it yet. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, a permit for a local mine faces another setback. We'll break it down next.
Today's Duluth Airport high temperature made 82 degrees. We were fearing 90 earlier in the week, so cloud cover that came in today took temperatures down a little bit. And tomorrow, an easterly wind will take it down even farther. We'll talk about how long a cool down could last coming up right after the break.
Gail King, Anthony Mason, and Tony DeCopel, weekday mornings on CBS.
6-year financing has been extended at Home Furniture. Everything is on safe, and you can finance it for 6 years with no money down and no minimum purchase. Extended savings with 6-year special financing, only at Home Furniture.
At Lift Pro International, we have custom designed and fabricated lifting, weighing, and rigging solutions for more than 40 years. With a worldwide presence and reputation, we need world-class insurance to match. This is why we trust Cindy of Vernon Insurance to make sure we're fully covered no matter where in the world we're doing business.
Protect your home, vehicle, or business, and your peace of mind. Call Cindy at Vernon Insurance today.
What does home mean to you? From graduation to the new job to sharing a life with someone else. As you change, so does your idea of home. Visit yournorthlandhome.com for comprehensive information on buying and selling your home with JS Realty, including mistakes buyers make and preparing your home to sell. Yournorthlandhome.com has the information you need to find a place that feels like home. Download your free guide today at yournorthlandhome.com.
Let A1 Movers help bridge the gap from your old house to your new home. We have the tools for all of your relocating needs. Big or small, we move them all. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, we help get you where you need to go as safely and efficiently as possible. A1 Movers specializes in making hard work easier, saving you time and your back. To schedule your move, call or visit a1movers.org today.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Bolins.
And I'm Ann Nolette.
And we're Advanced Surgical Associates of Northern Minnesota. As the most experienced robotic team in the Northland, we wanted to provide an alternative to the traditional surgical practices that the hospitals offer.
Robotic-assisted surgery allows more complex surgeries through small incisions with lower chances of infection.
We provide individualized and personalized care so you can have a shorter hospital stay, experience less pain, and recover quicker.
You can learn more online at mnsurgery.com or by giving us a call today.
Test rest, then buy a famous purple mattress now at Home Sleep Express. Plus, get no money down, 6-year financing with free delivery, free setup, and a 120-day guarantee. It's so science-y. The famous purple mattress now at Home Sleep Express.
I'm Nora O'Donnell in our nation's capital. We're here at the White House with the President of the United States.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
The Supreme Court building behind me is once again at the center of a monumental battle. Tonight, a congressional investigation sparked by reporting from CBS News. Our exclusive access to the presidential platform. We will witness yet another moment in history.
The CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell from Washington, D.C.
CBS News Sunday Morning with Jane Pauley on CBS.
Get your news on the go, the CBS3 mobile app. Now, the CBS3 Duluth Weather Max forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Well, when we were last gathered here on Friday, I was saying, I don't think we're going to get another rain chance till Wednesday. Well, proof is in the pudding and the egg is on my face because we got some rain today. But since we're so desperate for it, I don't feel that bad about being wrong. Surprise low pressure system, at least to me, brought rain totals like this so far today. Almost a ½ inch towards International Falls and a little more than a ½ inch in Hibbing, almost a 1/10 for Ely, just a trace for Grand Rapids, 1/3 of an inch in Aitkin, and there's still a 30 to 40% chance that a little bit of this rain could touch your town as a frontal boundary between two lows works semi-stationary, wobbling back and forth just a little bit. It's not a fantastic chance, no, but boy, it's doubled the odds for what we were thinking on Friday, so let's hope one or two or both of them pay off with what we need. Current temperatures, current conditions, airport in Duluth right now, it's 79 with a relative humidity reading of 58%. Westerly, northwesterly wind is running 14 miles per hour, but tomorrow could become easterly at about that same speed, and that'll help cool things down. We're dropping temperatures. The warm spell of the weekend goes away for a couple of days. Farther inland, still a bit warmish, but not horrible. I'll show you what I mean with the forecast in a bit, but right now we move to the current conditions temperature-wise, and we're looking at low 80s for the Upper Peninsula, and the range of temperatures in Wisconsin's going 81 to 85, 81 in Superior, 85 in Hayward, 81 currently in Moose Lake, a little cooler Cloquet, North Shore numbers in the 70s. And thanks to thicker cloud cover with this first low pressure system, we've already dropped into the 70s for most northern Minnesota towns. And tomorrow, yeah, I'm thinking low 70s by the lake and maybe 80 straight up inland. So we're shaking off the warm spell for a couple of days. And now here is a look at the current Doppler map where the first low pressure system is over here by Thunder Bay, dragging a front in through northern Minnesota. And that's what kicked up this line of showers and storms that we did see earlier in the day. It's fading away right now, but as I mentioned, that front isn't really moving too quickly, and it's even backtracking a little bit here and there. So bottom line is it could stir up the atmosphere enough for another round tonight. That's why we're saying 40% chance Minnesota, 30% for Wisconsin and the Upper Peninsula. And then there's that second low that's in Montana right now. That brings another chance for rain on Wednesday, the one I knew was going to be coming. So this one's a surprise. The one in the midweek we were expecting. Put both together, and rain totals aren't going to be that great, frankly, but by Thursday morning, in conjunction with the two lows then, additional totals on what we have already received today could go to about a 1/10 or 2/10 for much of the region. Arrowhead of Minnesota may go a little bit more than that. The Upper Peninsula may go towards the ½ inch range, and do keep in mind that this is awfully preliminary. There's still 2 days for the data to change, but this gives you a rough thumbnail sketch of what kind of totals we could get. Now, this will give you a sketch of what kind of temperatures we get tonight in Minnesota. Lows about 57 inland to 65 by the lake, with a 40% chance for the return of showers and thunderstorms. For Wisconsin and Michigan, it's a 30% shot, with low temps that'll go 58 to 62. Tomorrow, in between the lows, we become partly sunny in Wisconsin and the UP, and our high temps right by the lake, only 68 to 71. Down towards Hayward Cable, 78 degrees. Minnesota temperatures, upper 60s by the lake, and then 78 to 82 farther inland with partial sunshine. Partial sunshine that becomes mostly cloudy conditions on Wednesday with a 50% chance for more showers and storms. High goes back to 75 on Wednesday, which tells us, Kristen, you know, by Thursday and then through the rest of the week, we'll go back towards 80 to 85, okay. But that's, in some people's standards, perfect summer weather. When we get towards 90, we sweat a little bit, but 80 to 85, yeah, we can handle that.
That's true, and I think a lot of folks will enjoy tonight's temperatures in the 50, 60 range. I mean, that's going to be a welcome gift for a lot of people.
Yeah, the sleeping weather wasn't perfect over the weekend, was it?
No, it sure was not. Thanks, Dave. PolyMet has encountered a setback. The State Court of Appeals has ordered regulators to revisit a critical air emissions permit given to the project. The court ruled today the Minnesota Pollution Control Agency had not sufficiently justified granting the permit after opponents raised allegations that PolyMet was planning a much larger mine. Environmental groups and a Native American tribe pointed to a report that PolyMet filed with Canadian regulators that suggested the mine was considering expanding to 4 times the size the air permit would allow. The appeals court sent the case back to the MPCA for further review. Well, stocks around the world, including here in the U.S., are falling amid worries of a COVID resurgence. The benchmark S&P 500 was nearly 2% lower in this morning's trading. Treasury yields sank sharply as investors scrambled to move into areas of the market seen as safer. Airlines, hotels, and other companies that face the most threats under COVID-19 restrictions had the sharpest drops. European markets were also taking bigger losses of nearly 3%. Well, Samantha is here for a look at what's going on in sports today. Hey.
Yeah, hey, how are you? We have a really big Game 6 tomorrow for the NBA Finals, so we will be previewing that coming up next.
Pre-order your 2022 Bennington Pontoon at RJ Sport and Cycle.
CBS3 Live Cams, brought to you by KohlerChevy.com, now featuring the Kohler Express Deal online buying solution. KohlerChevy.com, a better way to buy.
The U.S. Hockey Hall of Fame Museum is for everyone. Visit the Great Wall of Inductees, shoot some pucks, and hit the gift shop. Celebrating the history of American hockey through exhibits and memorabilia. The U.S. Hockey Hall of Fame Museum, a must-stop for hockey fans everywhere.
Black Bear Casino Resort invites you to join us for our anniversary weekend celebration. We start the weekend Friday night, August 13th, with legendary comedian Gabriel Iglesias and the Beyond the Fluffy World Tour, Go Big or Go Home in the Otter Creek Event Center. Then the Bear heads outdoors Saturday, August 14th with Tantric, Drowning Pool, Hinder, and Scott Stapp, the voice of Creed. For more information and to get your tickets, go to blackbearcasinoresort.com. Make the Bear your place for a weekend anniversary celebration.
Unlock a summer of possibilities in a new Chevy. Expand your options and your perspective. Find your next adventure in a new Chevy.
Make no monthly payments for the rest of the summer on all Silverado 1500 Crew Cab pickups. Plus, get 2.49% financing for 72 months and get $2,000 cash allowance.
Injured? Call Stockman Law Office. Auto collisions, work injuries, all injuries. Call anytime, 218-576-8599. Free consultation, no recovery, no fee. Stockman Law Office. Serious injuries, serious law.
Hi, I'm Steve Little with Bath Planet. We are starting summer out with a great special on all our bathroom products. Right now, you can get 20% off your entire project and 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments until 2023. Get your project off your to-do list now and not pay for it until later. Go to bathplanet.com or call us today to take advantage of this amazing offer. Bath Planet, out of this world service, down to earth price.
Uh-oh, that food container won't contain your food, so you mess with cling wraps and foil, hoping food won't spoil. Well, not anymore. Now there's Stretch and Fresh containers, the amazing food storage containers with stretch and fit lids that let you store more. Even the odd-shaped foods you couldn't put in containers before. Just stretch over the food and snap lock the lid to keep food fresh. There's even a freshness date dial to track storage time. It comes in the sizes you need to store all the foods you want with amazing storage capacity. It's freezer and microwave safe, and the containers nest for compact, stacked, space-saving storage. And right now, the 6-piece set is yours for just $19.95, and the shipping is free. But wait, call now and we'll double the offer and send a second set. Just pay a separate fee. Here's how to order.
Call 1-800-378-1232 or go to trystretchandfresh.com. That's 1-800-378-1232 or order online at trystretchandfresh.com.
Get your news on the go. The CBS3 mobile app.
Playoff soccer is coming to Duluth as the Blue-Greens take on Carpathia of Detroit after clinching the final MPSL playoff spot Friday. The team ended their season 9-3-0, finishing second in the North Conference behind Minneapolis FC. The Blue-Greens' playoff berth is the first under coach Sean Morgan. Morgan reached twice as a player for Duluth in 2017 and 2018. The team also announced today that forward Sidney Warden won the MPSL Golden Boot Award for his season-best 16 goals. The next closest was 13. Kickoff is set for 7 o'clock tomorrow at Public Schools Stadium. Tomorrow is the 2021 Northwoods League All-Star Game in Mankato. Start time for the game is at 7:05. 4 Husky players have been chosen to the roster. Infielder Amron Wojcik from Grand Canyon University and third baseman Mike Boivy, University of Nebraska, Omaha. Wojcik is hitting .326 with 6 doubles, 2 triples, and 11 stolen bases. Boivy is also having an impressive season across 36 games. He's hitting .314 with 17 runs scored, 4 stolen bases, and 21 RBIs. Also added are right-handed pitchers Eli Sundquist and Will McIntyre. Sundquist is a redshirt freshman out of South Dakota State University, and McIntyre is also a redshirt freshman from the University of Arkansas. Right now, in the second half of the season, the Huskies are 7-5 and 19-27 overall. The Huskies' next game is Thursday in Bismarck for a 2-game series. Right now, the Twins are taking on the White Sox in the first game of a doubleheader. They currently are tied at 1 in the 6th inning. The Twins just finished a series in Detroit where they lost the 3-game series. The Twins will see more White Sox action later on tonight at 7:40. The Milwaukee Bucks will have a chance at history tomorrow night. After their 5-game heroics, they have the opportunity to claim the NBA title on their home floor in Game 6 of the finals. It's their first chance at a title-clinching game since 1974 when they lost in Game 7 to the Celtics, and they haven't been to the finals since. But with a 3-2 series lead, it's in front of Giannis and company to claim in front of the home fans at Pfizer Forum. On the brink of a championship, Giannis says he's trying to stay in the present and locked in.
You got to enjoy the moment, okay? We have to enjoy the moment. Like winning a game on the road, we have to enjoy the moment. But the job is not done. We have to realize that, you know, and we got to stay in the present. It doesn't mean we're going to go back home and win Game 6. We got to stay humble. You know, we got to be in the present. We got to stay humble as much as possible. You know, I feel like when this team is humble, this team is very, very dangerous. You know, and I think we play at our best when we are humble.
Tip-off is slated for 8 o'clock tomorrow night. And the Bucks announced today that they're doubling the size of their designated outdoor space in the Deer District to accommodate 65,000 fans outside the arena. We'll have CBS3 sports reporter Alexis Bass live tomorrow in Milwaukee for the big game. So definitely going to be an exciting one. Hopefully they can get that one more.
No doubt, Milwaukee will be buzzing.
Yes,
that's for sure.
Definitely.
Thank you, Samantha. Well, Dave is here for a final check of the weather. Dave, any more rain falling tonight? I know people are crossing their fingers.
You know, there's an iffy chance for it. It's running about 30 to 40%. So hopefully we get what we need. And low temps tonight, probably in the 50s for a lot of places, touching about 60 right by the lake. Tomorrow, thanks to an easterly wind, lakeside communities will only hit about 71 degrees, but it could go towards 80 inland for places like International Falls and Hayward and over towards Aiken. Then Wednesday, a second low pressure system brings another chance of rain. So if we don't get what we need tonight, there's another shot coming Wednesday, and then there's a lesser chance even on Saturday as well. Other than that, though, it's going to be high and dry as usual with high temps in general, 80 to 85 degrees once this 2-day cool down comes across.
So grab your raincoat just in case. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you at 10.